Okay, class, today is Civil War history. 1860, 1864. North versus South. The Yankees and the Confederates. Early in the war, the South was winning. Lincoln wasn't sure what to do. He knew he had to keep the Union together. So he got General Grant. This time turned the tide in the war. Remember these names, remember these dates. It will be on the test.
Parents, is this the kind of education that you want your children to be having today? This is what happens in far too many classrooms across the nation. This is what Dr. Strange calls Birkbeck education. The teacher just gets in front of the class, monotonely gives out the information. The kids try to absorb it while they're sleeping. They get the osmosis through the book thing, and that's about what you get.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, hey, I got this off of PLN on Dr. Strange's blog.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, let's see if I can find that one. Oh, wait, look.
Oh, man, that's that website that he was talking about, Edutopia.
Let's see.
Did you know that I talked with kids in Australia today?
That's awesome. I talked with somebody in New Zealand earlier.
Oh,
That was so cool.
fantastic.
I'm like, I happened to notice that their Fahrenheit and Celsius was different. So I was like, okay, he's saying that it's Celsius over there. So I wanted to find out where it was from, and it was from New Zealand. I'm like, dude, that's weird.
Wow. It's so cool that we're connected to the whole world.
Oh, I know, right?
Doesn't this type of education seem much more appealing? Isn't this a much better learning environment? Are the students sleeping? Are they passive? Or are they actively learning? They are actively seeking out the information because it's fun. Not only is it fun, but it's something that they can tangibly put their hands on. This is something I created. This is something I did. And it's not just the same old stuff. Okay, how do you feel?
About the standardized
test.
Standardized testing. Okay. I know that standardized testing is required. I just don't believe that the way that teachers are teaching our students how to, absorb the knowledge is there. I think that they're like just up on, they're doing the Birkbeck. I don't agree with that at all. I think that you can do a project with the child. You can, even somehow do like music, something to get the child involved. Technology is great. I just don't think it's everything. So I feel like there's other ways of getting the child involved, and they will remember it more. So therefore, yes, we have to teach them and they have to take the test, but we don't have to teach them from the book. We don't have to do the Birkbeck.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, I was going to say technology aside for just a second.
Right.
Like, education is still in a box.
Right.
It's still, here's some information, I'm giving it to you, and you're giving it back to me. It doesn't matter, about anything else, but you can make it a lot more creative and kinesthetic and just like, try to do things that engage kids. Like
exactly.
make games.
Keep
or,
them involved.
Yeah, keep them involved in their own learning process. Make them ask the questions. You don't ask them the questions.
Right.
What do you think, Barry?
Well, my thoughts on a standardized test is you have to teach a standardized test. Some students are not going to get the standardized test, so therefore it requires massive amounts of time for a select group of students, and that causes problems. You have to have a standardized test because that's how the school systems get paid.
Exactly.
If you don't get paid, you're not bringing home bread and milk. So, if I had my way, the Department of Education would be nullified and the money would go back to the states, to the community level. That's what education needs to be. That's what it was. Up until the 1950s, America ruled education. from the 1950s through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and up to today, our education has dropped off because of standardized testing and Department of Education.
They really just need to do like a complete overhaul, I think. It's just, I'm looking at this decal, it's really funny, but
Right.
they said that Windows completely like got rid of everything that they did before 7 and created 7 from scratch, whereas like all the operating systems before were just like stuff piled on top of one
Right.
another.
Right.
And that's exactly what they need to do with education. They need to just wipe it clean.
Yeah, because that's what
and
the
start
work back
over.
education is.
Yeah.
It's just stuff on piled on top of one
Mhm.
another. You're
Yeah.
right. That's funny.